One question, an amazing lineup of CEOs, founders, and experts. This is Marketing for the Now.
Super excited.
Can you hear me? To 50 it.
Thank you so much.
That made me feel.
Thanks for having me.
I love how both realize if you're back.
So glad to be
You really
Marketing for Now.
Are you wearing this Miami hat to rub in all the pain I have?
Yes, 100%. I'm sorry to take you on, but I just have no choice.
I know what to do with that.
I can just literally talk like for the next 10 minutes by myself then, if that's how much it hurts you. I really do apologize. So it's lovely to be here. Thanks for having me, Gary and Andrea. Obviously incredibly excited to talk to you about Virgin Voyages and the crazy journey we've been on over the last number of years. Like obviously coming out of a pandemic is not easy when you're in a cruise line, but I think for us, as we're sort of seeing the world recover and people get back to travel, it is a really, really cool time. And we're delivering, I hope, experiences people are falling in love with every single day. So that's sort of the goal we've set ourselves anyway, to try and make sure it's a really great place. And now Andrea loves it, and we have to get you on board at some stage, Gary, please, even with my hat on.
Even with your hat on, brother. Very good job. A lot of people, when I go off screen, when my feelings are hurt in sports, don't know what to do. I appreciate your gift of gab. Let's take advantage of that here in this meeting. Talk about an observation I have. So I've been on, I think 3, maybe 4 cruises in my life. In my early days of my wine YouTube show, I actually did something for 2,000 to 3,000 of the viewers where we did a cruise for 4 or 5 days where we did wine thing. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
All 4 times that I've been on a cruise, I had a very, very clear takeaway, which was in that 5 or 7 day window, the humans that were on that ship immediately, 48 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours, became a micro community in itself for the time that they were there.
Yeah.
Many of which then took those serendipitous relationships, different than when you meet someone over dinner or at a sporting event, because of the amount of time you're together.
Yeah.
Something happens in a week where I know I had dinner actually recently with a business friend whose best friend in the world, best couple's friend, was a couple they ran into on a cruise, became friends, and it came back home. Oh, I remember now. One of the couples is moving to the city of the other couple. This was a business friend, and it was because they met as friends, and the friendship is so powerful. And their kids are older now and getting out of the house. One of the couples is moving. And I've always just thought that the cruise environment was conducive to creating very powerful communities in the micro in a very quick time. Thoughts? Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you see?
No, 150 bajillion% basically, because there is an opportunity, because you literally are stepping across a breach and then you're heading out to sea. And there's this really transformative aspect of being in a world where you're effectively part of a larger group of people and you're looking for connection. Like our brand, particularly at Virgin Voyages, and Andrea can tell you more about this, is conviviality is the heart of this. Connection and community are the core of every experience. The best moments you'll have on board our vessels are when you come together in smaller and larger groups to sort of feel that vibe, basically. So we hear stories all the time about people who have now best friends, or people who've met someone they've fallen in love with, or someone they decided to split up from and someone else they've fallen in love with, because you have that opportunity going great places and doing great experiences for it to really sort of drive connection.
I love that. What does this audience, and this will be watched over and over and over the next 6 months, what is I think people are going to be curious about this, because obviously I think your industry was incredibly affected by the COVID realities and was at the forefront of the news in the beginning. So I think all of us are kind of like curious. I myself are like, what's the state of the union of the industry, and which communities are coming back first?
Yeah, well, I think the state of the industry today is actually really strong. Like I think compared to where we were 2 years ago, I think all of the cruise lines had a record Q1 basically when it came to bookings. Travel is back.
Record Q1 for bookings by
pre-2019 basically. So back to
pre-19.
Yeah, we literally had our best quarter we've ever seen, which is great for us, because obviously the thing is we are a premium product. We charge a little bit more for our experience because we are an elevated adults only experience. We have lovely restaurants on board that are Michelin star curated. There's like you can shake your phone for champagne on board and things like that. But that notion of travel is back. And I think now what's happening, when really excitingly, is people are kind of happy to get out there and they're looking for experiences. This is the thing, Gary, that's really important, that people go, I don't just want a basic generic holiday. I had to deal with so much rubbish for 2 years, stuck in my home. I want to go somewhere that when I come back from that experience, it feels like I'm different. I've learned something. I've met new people. I've tried things I wouldn't do. And that's what we are very, very focused on, in making sure that this is not just a cruise product. And yes, cruisers came back first because they love the product. But the job at Virgin Voyages is to say, yes, we love cruises and we've got something new and different for you to try. But if you're a non-cruiser, here's a product from a brand that you know and love that you might have seen with Virgin Atlantic, or you might have tried and stayed at a Virgin hotel, or you might go to space one day on Virgin Galactic. But this is it on a ship, basically, and all those lovely things from design to experience to an incredible, brilliant crew. And Andrea can tell you more about this as well. The people on board, the crew, who are the people that actually deliver that experience every day, are where we spend a lot of energy and time, because that's what creates the connection. They know how to bring people together. They know how to create special moments. They can sort of see the vibe and the energy and create that. And that's what's really important to us, is taking care of our crew so they really take care of you, basically.
I love that. What about when you program the cruises? How much do you think about micro communities like I'm a wine enthusiast, or I'm also competitive. So like as many little games on there as possible, like, movies or things from a programming standpoint, how much is emerging or established communities a part of it?
There's a sort of sense of both operating at the macro community level, which is we have this thing we call the emotional arc journey, basically. So we know effectively what it's like when you step on board and the mindset you have. So you think about it, you're traveling to Miami, you're getting on the ship, basically, you've been through MIA, it's a disaster. Like, you're exhausted, you're stressed, your bags are crazy, you can't find anything. So we know that first night is about sort of bringing the energy down so you don't feel too crazy. And then over the next 3 to 4 days, we let that sort of build up and you become a little more relaxed and chilled. So that's the overarching programming thematic. And then we use passion points that we know that are interesting to our audience, which is absolutely food, which is why we're sort of famous for food. Absolutely brilliant entertainment. If you want to see a Broadway show, go to Broadway. But on our ships, we've created entertainment that bring people together and connect them through music and style, etc. And then ultimately, if you just want to chill, there's a well-being stream as well. So we absolutely use those to stream programming across all of the different passion points adults have today.
What about from a marketing lens? Obviously, as the chief brand officer, what platforms, distribution channels, television, print, digital, social, are you seeing bring you the most value as an opportunity to tap into specific communities?
Online video is the most powerful thing because it captures the vibe and the energy. And so what we did in Q1 this year is there's this sort of industry standard where you produce an ad, which is show pictures of ship, show pictures of people having a good time, put supers on it, and then kind of run that ad on TV. And I think for us, because we know people are sort of energetic and there's a vibe on board, we actually used the history of Virgin to recreate a music video and used Karma Chameleon, which is a song that was actually from Boy George and Culture Club that Richard signed 40 years ago. And sort of that brought the red thread through from Virgin and our music history, and then actually showed the vibe. Like, we weren't there saying, here's 25% off, that'll get you a great cruise. It was like, no, it's just epic on board. You should come and experience this so you don't miss out, basically. So there is a traditional approach in some things. So we'll do a lot of online video through the YouTube, etc. Where we saw incredible success was on TikTok. Literally, the song got ripped that we recreated basically with a new artist, and effectively created a dance challenge. And we ended up with almost 100 million impressions that drove almost higher conversion and actual engagement with the brand, because we said consideration is the thing that's most important. 100%. How they get to the website doesn't matter. When they get there, we have to sell the drink.
Was that a big eye opener for some of the traditional marketers?
Yeah, it was actually, even my CEO is going, I don't know what this TikTok thing is, but it's working.
We need to do more. Brother, thank you so much. It's always great to see you. Take care of yourself.
Bye.